Hey there, it's Charlie. I'm doing a series of videos just about what we do in at Renaissance Adult Education, just to help you on the fly access some of that information, because we don't always do the same thing week to week, month to month. So, just a series of videos that are hopefully helpful to you. First thing I'm going to share is if you go to your Gmail and then go to the little waffle in the upper right hand corner, you can click on the Drive button, and that will take you to your Google Drive. On the left, you'll see that you can create a new file or a new folder. You can look at what items you have marked as priority, items in your drive, shared drives. This is other like drives that you have been invited to. This is where I want you to look. Up at the top, you'll see adult education. We're going to double click on that. Inside that, you have a guidebook navigation. We're going to click on that. So it's a really simplistic kind of table of contents. It just links different pieces of what we do to our policies and procedures, as well as different links that you may need to complete um, your job, basically. So the big headers tend to have like the information about the program, in this case, or GED programming. These are policies and procedures or general guidelines. And then below it, there are more specific things like program details, um, weekly staff schedule. This is the schedule we abide by. Program offerings, that's coming soon. We go into the curriculum and instruction piece. We have included some resources for you with Edmentum, specifically with the Plato courses, which we use, and Exact Path, which we also use. There are video on training for Exact Path. I highly suggest doing that. It's a little less intuitive than the Plato. IXL, also resources for that, Burlington English as well, and also some links to some taught classes that we offer. Building the Bridge syllabus. This is a class that offers kind of insight and reflection for students that pays money. They actually get paid for attending the class. So there's information on that. Take Control, they can get a gas card for doing this. It's a budgeting class through Christian Neighbors. GED programming, all of these, calculator reference, test information. These are things you might want to access and send students virtually or even print physically. Most of it, however, should be in their planner, which everyone should get. On the back, it has our calendar for the year. Inside, it has GED resources, future for frontliners stuff, which will soon be null and void, but it's still in there. Community resources, as well as how they can track their own progress with GED, high school diploma, etc., as well as our faces and contact information and the QR code for our app. So essentially, this screen is more for the teacher. The students have the access in their planners, and we encourage them to use it and reference it. You can also reference it if it's something that is in the planner, but if it's not, it's probably here. ESL programming, this is also information. With COVID, things are constantly changing, so this is going to be probably revamped in the coming months. Also, student enrollment. So, the first video after this, we're going to talk about student enrollment, how to get them to fill out the basics to get the process started. And that is where you're going to find these links to the ESL enrollment form. You can click that little copy button. Plainwell ALP, Wayland ALP, they're lumped together. Hastings only. You don't want to use this if you're not serving someone who is going to be served through community action in Hastings. And then also the records request form, which we'll talk about. There's also other things, barrier reduction, information. Attendance sheets for teachers are on here, the link to that. How to access the learner daily usage, which you'll want to pull once a week from Plato for your attendance. Assessment information. how to administer CASAS for the first time. There's actually going to be some videos on this specifically because CASAS, there's so many different ways that you can go that we really need to do some videos on that. Barrier reduction, I'm going to have our HOP specialist, our barrier reduction specialist, and our HOP coordinator share some information with you as well on what HOP is. But this is a great um, link to a referral if you want to make a referral for somebody. Gas cards, if you have somebody who needs a gas card, there's a contract and electronic form they can fill out, and it's all embedded together. Taxi, same thing with that if they're using the taxi service. Technology access form um, or technology access programs, electronic form for that, etc. So we're looking at a lot of different resources. These are more the staff resources. The training videos will all be housed on this uh, document here, which is not yet complete. So we are working on that. This is just a quick, easy, accessible thing that you can uh, pretty much access from anywhere that will give you hopefully the tools and the tips you need to um, work on the fly when when problems arise or when you have a question. So in our next video, we're going to talk about the ALP and the records request, why they're so important to get, and how to get them in the right hands. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.